Let me ask you in our final minutes about health care, because this is an issue that, as you know, Democrats really made a centerpiece back in the midterms and intend to continue to focus on here in 2020. You were at the White House yesterday for the president's signing of an executive order on health care transparency. I want to play some of what you said about health care solutions when you were on Red and Blue in April. Let's listen to that.
We've got to, as Republicans, put the plan together and then peck away at it in the meantime, holding pharmaceutical companies accountable, PBMs, and work at parts of it, arriving at a grand plan that I can guarantee you will be better than Medicare for all.
So, Senator, you mentioned a grand plan. How are those efforts by Republicans going?
Well, I think I was pleased that the president was there with an executive order that's saying, hey, compete and be transparent like all other sectors of our economy do. I took on the health insurance companies 10, 11 years ago, and I've got a plan that works. It's based upon the healthcare patient, employee be engaged in their own well-being. They've got to have some skin in the game, and they have to have the tools of transparency and choice. That's the way it works in all other markets. You look at LASIK surgery, you look at electronics. Markets that have plenty of competitors, full transparency, you get the best value and the best price, and generally prices come down. The insurance companies have orchestrated against that by the way this system has evolved, where there's no transparency. I tell the industry, there aren't many like me that are working so hard to save you from your own bad behavior. Get with it. Be competitive, be transparent, or you'll be dealing with a business partner of Bernie Sanders and Medicare for all.
And just a follow-up, Senator, so I want to read a statement. This is from the CEO of America's Health Insurance Plans, a lobbying group, that said this in reacting to the president's executive order, quote, publicly disclosing competitively negotiated proprietary rates will reduce competition, he said, and push prices higher, not lower, for consumers, patients, and taxpayers. What's your response to that?
That's some of the same nonsense that they've been saying for years that have delivered us the highest cost increases in any other market sector until just recently. Ironically, the cost of post-secondary education has eclipsed it. They've been saying that stuff, which hides them from what all other industries have, which is transparency. Insurance companies benefit from this because they've got those secret arrangements with providers. All of that needs to come into the open, and if they don't get away from that kind of thinking, believe me, employers, I'm the exception that is pushing to try to save the best of what's good about this healthcare system. Many employers are getting fed up with it. They don't understand why they're caught in the swirl. Employees mostly like employer-provided insurance because they pay for very little of it. So something's got to change. The industry knows what it is. And from pharma to hospitals to health insurance companies, the only place where you see entrepreneurial activity, ironically, would be among doctors. They're caught like farmers in big ag, where they're increasingly dealing with these large corporations that do their own thing.